We are here with Tour Issue Golf, and we're going to go through the full bag. Alright guys, starting out with 6-iron. Like how this club feels, we're going to look at all the aspects of the irons. Alright, so my standard stayed the same for a while. We've got the X7, we've got the MCs. I like this because I can control it on the course, hit the right shots, and basically play with confidence. Alright, and here we're going to look at the specifics. We're going to look at launch and spin specifically, and then we're going to match up all the numbers in terms of yardages and gapping. Alright, so we're going to tweak as we go. We'll make sure we get everything dialed in.
Great strike that. Across the board, perfect spin, 125 peak height, ball speed 142. Exactly what you're wanting.
Yeah, that's the kind of control we're looking for. Pretty stock iron, 100 club head speed, 140 plus ball speed. Keeping that launch and spin down at those speeds.
It's that peak height in it, you just don't want that one what's popping up. So now you see why your spin's gone slightly up, your peak height's slightly up and your launch is slightly up because you've got stuck underneath on the inside. Still struck it very well. But that shaft, the spin loft on that's got up by a degree from a good shot to a push. And that's where that shaft comes in. Low spinning.
Got to be strong. Got to hold down.
Flushed.
Yeah, it's good. Cruising on that ledge.
Absolutely flushed.
Build off that one?
Perfect, absolutely build off that one. Why not with them numbers? So Mike's clubs, I've built Mike's clubs for a bit now. I know what he likes. He likes silly strong swing weights. D6 is a big boy. Low launch, extra stiff. We have a lot of tape under this grip. He likes the logo down, out the way. So we have to factor that in when we're putting tip weights in. 5 layers of tape, big strong hands. Lots of weight in his head here. We had to bore out last time to get that extra weight in the head so we could bang some tip weights in. And we're at D6, and that's why we're blue across the board. D6, this is exactly where we like it with Mike. It's hard to get this because we have to factor in all the grip tape, boarding the head out to get that nice heavy feeling in the head what he likes. He likes it to feel like that throughout the shaft. Lofts Lies here, just to check this before we move on to any more clubs in his bag. Mike likes to play them one strong and upright. So at the minute we've got this 6-iron at 30 degrees and 62, which is one upright, exactly where they were the day I built them and exactly where we need to make him for the rest of his set. Pitching wedge, which Mike's just been ripping. Let's have a look. So we are D6, absolutely bang on. How that happened, I don't know.
Hey, don't talk shit about me.
Because Mike built this, put this grip on because he couldn't wait 5 minutes when I built them the first time round. Let's check the Lofts Lies on the PW. We should be one strong, one upright, which will be surprising in these hard conditions we're getting at the minute with how steep Mike is. Right, so a 47 degrees and we are one upright. So I think that's playing at 1 week.
Strengthen it up.
We're strengthening it up, buddy.
Yeah,
let's get it strengthened up. So we're now bang on 46. Take a little bit of that bounce off. Beautiful in these conditions. Nice hard ground. Flush. So pitching wedge. Right. The downside I see in this with the pitching wedge, and it's not a downside. It's exactly what we're asking for with Mike's clubs. Is it the same peak height we're getting with his 6-iron? Brilliant. He's gone through the same launch window, a little bit low in spin loft, a little bit low in spin rate. It's exactly what we wanted for Mike, especially in here, because when he gets out there, he's steep and the ball flight is very high. So we're not worried about that spin in here. Flushed.
Moving now, enough coffee.
Exactly like we said, very steep, low spinning, but that low spin at 7.2 there is exactly 400 less than a wedge. So whether it's low spinning or not, it's continuous into your 9-iron from your wedge.
10 yards bang on, eh?
10 yards bang on distance, ball speed, flushed.
Pretty good.
We have gone 42 in your 9-iron and you are exactly one upright. Perfect, lovely blend.
it's going left.
Let's have a look. I don't like that straight away. It does look a little bit tall.
No, more patient. Still wanting to turn over.
Still wanting to turn, isn't it? Still fighting that left.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Spin's absolutely lovely. Everything's good. There's your spin. From your 9 to there, you've dropped another 400-500. Perfect. Perfect.
It's launching higher, going left, eh?
Yeah, slightly. Well, you've got another 10 degrees of peak height, haven't you? That's coming in slightly lighter, which will be the launch. Do you know what I mean? It's coming at D4.8. We'll have a look at that one, just to show you Mike pushing a BCT cord to the limits.
Pushing more than that, huh?
There's worse than that, trust me. There's 5 or 6 layers of tape under there, and there's a good chance there's some masking tape and some builder's tape under there, knowing Mike. So we're 42.99, so I want to be looking around the 38 for this. Slightly flat on this one, and we're very, very strong. Let's just weaken it down a little bit. This is why you should always do your Lofts Lies, guys. I probably did these for Mike 3 months ago. Constant hitting, range, hard ground. It's a big, big difference to your lies and your lofts, especially on these forged irons, and especially when you're 6 and 7 down on attack angle. That's a shot, as you want to. Very sure. That's very more control. It's perfect. That's where I want it to be. You've been like 121, 122. Now you're 119 on peak height, and you've gone down. You're going down in lofts. You want to get slightly around that market. That 134 peak height's way too high.
Yeah.
Way too high. So what we've done there is we've gone from, it was 2 degrees strong, so we've gone to a 136 in the 8 iron, and we've gone back to 1 upright, and now we're seeing some proper numbers. It's worked though, hasn't it?
Yeah. Good.
Better. It's a great strike. Pushed. Good numbers though. Exactly where you want to be number wise. Once again, if you feel like it's upright, you feel like you're probably holding it off a little bit to stop it turning over left.
Don't like left.
We don't like left. Left for shite, right for delight.
That's a little high.
Still a little high, yeah. Good number though. Good number jump.
Better swings.
Let's have a look at the Lofts Lies on that. I like numbers everywhere else. I just think it's a little bit, and I've noticed it when we do go out and play, that sometimes in your hands you do get a high launching one. It doesn't affect your carry, but on a bad windy day, you want to make sure you're going straight through the same window, don't you, throughout the back.
Window.
Bang on D5. So what we're looking at here, as we progress down the irons, so we've gone from a wedge to a 9 to an 8 to a 7, we're seeing to see him drop a little bit. Obviously less weight in head, as standard before the building. So we'll look at this grip setup, and we'll have a rebuild from 8 downwards, Mike, and just get them everything at D6.
Yeah, so I like it.
Right, so it was 36 with an 8 iron. So now we'll be looking at his 7 iron. Did we say we like to play at 33, don't we? So we're 1 upright on this, which is absolutely perfect. Get this loft. Right, so we go 33 7 iron at 1 upright. Flush. So we've got the same ball speed as we had before, and look what we've got now in peak height. One little tweak on there, just strengthening that loft ever so slightly so it blends right through the set. And look what we've got, exactly where we wanted. We said 125 max on peak height, and we're 124. So we've come down 4 to 5, 6 peak height. Spin blends in lovely from you 6.8 with an 8 iron to 6.2 with a 7 iron. Bearing in mind we're playing with X7s here, boys. Low spinning, low launching, and we're still managing to get spin and peak height exactly where we want it. That's what the right build does. Same speed. Launch, take that.
Alright, starting to feel pretty good, guys. So what you can see with the optimizer and what we're working through here, actually understanding the launch, understanding how the ball is going to fly. Also, it's pretty cool to see how the swing kind of gradiates down in terms of attack angle, just slight differences. So we're not as steep, obviously, as we were with a 9 iron. Club speed's going up, ball speed's going up, but we're matching up those launches, the loft, and the height. That's a huge thing for me. Always just blasted it way up in the air, but finally at a point now where I can control it, and this is definitely helping. All right, so onward.
When you're playing that much shaft, that much low loft and spin is such a heavy shaft, you don't turn right, it's just going to block. You ain't going to manipulate that ball without moving your body. That's the shot.
Pretty much on plan, right?
Perfect. But that just shows you in that shaft, isn't it, and how strong it is. If you just body lets you down and you don't turn hard enough with so much stiffness, low kicking in that shaft, you're just going to block everything.
That's good. Means I can turn too hard or left and swing the way I want.
And that's exactly why we're in this build. That's what we like, that's how Mike likes it. Mike likes to have the shaft so it has to feel like it can turn hard left and it ain't going left. Don't get me wrong, it's going to happen, but out of 6 shots with one club, that's one ball is put left. That's exactly what we need to be seeing. A couple of tweaks here, so we've just seen Mike hit a few balls with his club. We've seen a few outcomes, so we're looking at that block and then when he's turning it over. They're 2 things that we're working on his swing, but we're lighter again in this 5-iron, so we're at D4.7. Once I get this to D6, Mike will feel like he can really turn left and he isn't going to get that one what turns over. We're wanting this one to be around the 27 mark. Let's see where we've moved from. So we are 5-iron 26 at the moment, so we'll just tweak that ever so slightly. Lie wise, we are surprisingly 1 flat.
I keep blocking, isn't it?
Exactly. We're back 1 upright. Just let me tweak that back again, because when you move the lie, you move the loft. Alright, so we're back at 27 degrees, 1 upright. That's a better shot than you did. Perfect numbers, perfect height, spin loft, launch angle. Good man, good. There you go. Now I could have no time to bring this 10TX in a minute.
Look alright, of course. Roll up on the front edge.
That's when you play with some dude. This is a great shot and you're like,
Yeah, nearly missed the face, that.
nearly missed the face. That's a golf shot. That's a golf shot. Oh, I stayed out there. Let's have a look at the lie on here then. D6. So this one is absolutely perfect for where we want to see Mike. So loft wise, we want to be looking at this to be about the 24, possibly 23. We'll have a look on his numbers and we'll see where we go. So we are 23 and we are, would you believe it, 2 flat.
2 flat.
2 flat and we're blocking everything.
No wonder I'm missing right there.
We're moving this from 60.5 to 62.5. It's a little long way. Go. I like, and a lot of people like, when they get in the longer irons, especially if they say they play standard in the 7 and the 6, a lot of them like when they get down to the 5 and 4 and 2, a little bit upright, just to stop that block going right. Less loft, more chance of turning the ball back. Numbers are good though, aren't they?
Yeah, I tend to be playing shots at this point, so. Then a waddle swing.
Oh, look at your shot.
No, this is it. I get more dynamic as I go to the longer clubs, so it's a balance between control and, you know, just trusting the mechanics.
Yeah, when you hit a 4-iron, it's off tee box, isn't it? That's the ball strike. See what difference we've got now in these shots and his launch and his strikes when we've gone from 2 flat to 1 upright. That's no longer blocking him, and if he does, it's a slight block. See, more turnover in the ball, peak height's lowered ever so slightly. Optimal. It's exactly what Mike uses a 4-iron for. It's like a tee box shot.
Chase it out there, keep it under the wind, or just control it. So less time in the air, less chance of losing it. Oh. Good
That
wind
is
though.
a golf shot. Golf shot.
There you go. Just got to be aggressive with all the clubs, eh? Aggressive.
It is, mate. It's got to do the happy feet.
Right. Guys, little change up. We're going to check out the 2-iron as well. So MC's through the bag. This is the P790. All right, so same spec, keeping it with the X7 because I'm trying to keep this as close to the ground as possible. All right, so obviously the key thing here, we don't want too much of a gap between the 4-iron and the 2-iron. Let's see where we are. Warming up now. That's good. That might seem low, but for me, that's perfect.
That is not low. If I went into the finer details of how I've made that 2-iron, you would all laugh. Look at that. That's why it's built like that.
Not a lot of blue on that screen.
No, and we don't want blue on that screen. This is Mike's. Get on the tee box, let it rip, no launch, let it go.
100%, as aggressive as possible, as little flight as possible. Nice gradient as well at 250. Hit that out in the course in the summer in the UK. That's 300, no problem. It's still in play, that's the other thing. That was a terrible swing. Might get into the rough, but it's not going off the course. That's a big deal.
Exactly what we built it for. And look where his attack angle is now. This is how he graduates down in his clubs. In the 2-iron, now he's picking it. He's got no loft on there at all. He's got super heavyweight head in an X7. There's more weights in there than there is in gym.
And if I want to hit down on this one, we're going really low.
Let's see one of them, let's track one. There you go, free launch.
Ah, let it go.
5.8 launch, let me down on that one.
Now that's a low shot right now. Again, specific, personal, unique. But if I can play that shot, I know I've got something to go to. Peak height of 34 feet. I like that, man, all right? So we'll check the loft, get into the 3-wood to get to the driver.
D3. Still ain't going left. That's how much loft and weight is in this head. But we like it, so we're not touching it. So we are 2-iron exactly where we wanted it to be. It sits at 16 degrees. 16 degrees, but once again, we are slightly flat, so I'm going to put this a little bit upright. We like 16. So we're going to go, instead of 60.5, we're going to go 61.5, and we're going to stay at 16 degrees. Let's have a look at these numbers.
Solid, little draw.
Now we've got the upright, now we'll have a little bit of ball movement, just eliminate that block.
Yeah, solid.
There we are. So just by changing the lie on that, we've gone from like 2.6 spin to 3 to 3.2, still carrying 250.
Yeah, chasing out, running out.
Launching slightly higher, we ain't bothered about that. This is exactly what we want.
That's the shot, pretty good. Take that to the course, no problem. Right guys, the 2-iron and the 3-wood, they are special, unique builds, all right? They're literally built to not launch. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but with a lot of speed and trying to keep it somewhere on the course, that's what I like, all right? So the 2-iron, you saw that, pretty solid. 3-wood, even more crazy really. We've got the old M6 head. The new Stealth head is awesome, but this one's just a bit of a favorite because of how we build it. So it's the Rocket 14, stack of hot melt. It's a hot head anyway, and then we got the 4100 Acra Tour Z. All right, it's 100 grams, super stiff. We cut it down, we build it up, and again, it just does not launch. Get this as hard as I want to, and we're keeping it in play, all right? So we've had so much good content on this front end. This is gonna be part 1, all right? We're gonna finish up with the 3-wood. You've seen the lofts, you've seen the tweaks, you've seen what we're aiming for in terms of the irons. Up to this end of the bag, we're gonna get straight into the drivers now. That's gonna be part 2, dropping in a couple of days, guys, all right? So check out the 3-wood, and then get ready to go big. Oh, we're right. Didn't say it was easy to hit, I said I like it.
And this is built for anti-left. There you go.
That's what it's about, man.
Whoosh! That right there is not capable for normal human beings. 275 at 7.8 launch, flat attack, 115 club head speed. I don't think we need to talk about this anymore. It does exactly what it says on the tin.
If I'm going to hit a 3-wood, pretty much what I want it to do.
We don't look at optimal, we look at what we want out of the club, and that's what he wants out of the club. At the start of the video, we're going through wedge, 7-iron, 5-iron, 6-iron. It's all about being optimal. It's all about having the right spin, the right peak height, the right launch. Now we're going into them T-box clubs. We don't care about any of that. We just want it to go long. And that's going long.
275 carry. If I wanted to tee it up and get it a little bit higher, we probably could, but again, no launch. Just want it to go flat, chase out, hit the fairway now and again, and then we can play golf. All right, so that's the whole bag. Now it's time to move up to the driver and see how far it really can go.